For part B, B equals dash because of, so for B, look at this triangle. One angle is B, the other angle is A, which is 63, and the other angle is 58, and the sum of three angles will be 180. So from 180 subtract the two values, 180 minus 63 minus 58, which gives 59. So the answer for B will be 59, and the reason would be because sum of angles in a triangle equals 180. This would be the reason. Alright, question 5. For question 5, the diagram shows two parallel lines PAQ and SPCT. AB equals AC, and angle QAC equals 43. So find the value of x. Now we need this angle value x, and this line and this line, these two lines are parallel. So this angle 43 will be equals to this angle, and this property is called alternate angles. So this is 43. Also, since this is an isosceles triangle, this would also be 43. So now we can easily find x by using the formula for sum of three angles in a triangle. X plus 43 plus 43 equals 180. So x would be 180 minus 2 times 43, which is 94. Question 6. Two straight lines VZ and YW intersect at X. VW is parallel to YZ, and the given angle is 57 degree and 88 degree. Find the angle WVX. So we need WVX, which is this angle, and this angle is 57. So because of that, this angle will also be 57, because they're making a Z, corners of a Z, and this property is called alternate angles. Alternate angles are equal. So this angle is 57, and we need the angle WVX. Let's call this X. So simply to solve this, we'll write X plus 57 plus 88 equals 180, and subtract 57 and 88 from 180. Which is 35. Question number 7. Triangle ABC is isosceles and AC is parallel to BD. Find the value of A and the value of B. So where is the figure for question number 7? Okay, here's the figure for question 7. Yes, this is the figure for question number 7. So find angle, triangle ABC is isosceles. So if it's isosceles, that means if this is A, then this is also A. Find the value of A and the value of B. So let's find value of A first. So 40 plus 2A equals 180, because sum of all angles in a quadrilateral equals 180. From 180 we'll subtract 40 and then divide it with 2. So we get 140 divided by 2. So we get 70. So 70 is the answer here. So A equals 70. Now we need to find B as well. So B is simply making corner of a Z for two parallel lines. This line is parallel to this line, which means 40 and B are alternate angles, which means B equals 40. Alright, coming to question number 8. EFG is a triangle, so this is the figure for question 8. One angle is 75, one angle is 2x, other angle is x plus 15. Find the value of x. For that, simply add the three angles of a triangle and it should sum to 180. So 3x equals 180 minus 75 minus 15, which is 90, and x would be 30. This was part 1, and then part 2 is find angle HJC. So we need angle H to J to G, HJG. We need this angle. So simply, if we have two parallel lines being cut by a transversal, then these two angles are the interior angles, and interior angles sum up to 180. So I'm calling this, let's call this y. So y plus x plus 15 equals 180. Also x came out to be 30, so we can find y by subtracting 35 and 15 from 180. So 180 minus 45 gives us 135. Question number 10, which says that AC is parallel to FBD, ABC is an isosceles triangle, and CB is a straight line. Find the value of x. So for question number 10, how do we find x? Is by first using this isosceles triangle. If these two lengths are equal, then these two angles would be equal as well. If let's say this is y, then this is y as well. So 26 plus 2y equals 180. To find y, we'll subtract 26 from 180 and divide it with 2. 77. Okay. 77 is not the final answer, it's just the value for y. Also, we know, so this angle is 77. This is 77 degrees. Also, we know that we see a z here. This is a parallel line, this is a parallel line, and this transversal is making a z. So this 26 angle is alternate to this angle, so this is also 26. So thirdly, we have two vertically opposite angles here. So vertically opposite angles are equal, which means that 26 plus 77 equals x. So 26 plus 77 equals 103. So this is the answer for question 10. Okay. Question 11. Two lines are parallel, then we have straight line. We have to find values of x, y, and z. So x is simply vertically opposite to 38. So vertically opposite angles are equal. X equals 38. If the question had asked the reasoning, we would have written vertically opposite angles. Next, we have to find the angle y. So to find y, what can be done? We can simply use this triangle here. We have two angles in this triangle and we can find the third angle. We know y plus x plus 24 equals 180 and x is 38. So y equals 180 minus 24 minus 38. 118. Okay. Next we have to find the value of z. So z is vertically opposite to this angle. So this is also z. Next, z and y are interior angles because this is a transversal, this is a sorry, these are two parallel lines being cut by a transversal, then sum of these equals 180 and this is called interior angles. These are called interior angles. So we'll do y plus z equals 180. So z equals 180 minus 118. So 180 minus 118 is 62. Alright. Question 12. The diagram shows an isosceles triangle ABC with AB equals AC. LCM and BCN are straight lines and LCM is parallel to AB. This given angle is 56. Find the value of x and the value of y. So first we need to find x. So if this is x, then this is also x because of isosceles triangle. And since this is 56, this is also 56 because they're making corners of a z where these two are parallel lines. So alternate angles is being made. So in triangle ABC, we can use 56 plus 2x equals 180, which will give us x equals 62. 180 minus 56 over 2. 180 minus 56 over 2. Yes, the given answer is right. Next we have to find y, and y is simply vertically opposite to x plus 56, this whole thing. So y equals x plus 56. So y equals 62 plus 56, which gives us 118. Question number 13. First we need to find the value of P. So these two angles are lying on a straight line, so their sum will be 180. So P equals 180 minus 32, which is 148. Excuse me if you can hear my son in the background. Okay, part 2, find Q. So now P is 148. We have this angle which is 148. Next, what we can do is by using interior angles, P and this angle here, let's call this angle y, they're making interior angles because if this line is parallel, this line is parallel, then these two angles make interior angle and their sum equals 180. So sum of y and 148 will be equals to 180. So y plus 148 equals 180. So y equals 180 minus 148. Sorry, yes. So y should be 180 minus 148, which gives us 32. So this angle here is 32. Also this angle here will be 90, because again sum of angles on a straight line equals 180, and if one angle is 90 then the other angle will be 90 as well. Now using the property exterior angle is equals to sum of opposite interior angles. These are the two opposite interior angles, so we'll use Q equals 32 plus 90, which gives us 122. So Q is 122. Next we need to find angle T. Now to find T, notice that to find T, again Y and T are making interior angles, and we know sum of interior angles equals 180. So for part 3 we'll write Y was 32 plus T equals 180. So T equals 148. Okay. Part 4 we have to find the value of X. So it's a hexagon, and for a hexagon this shape is a hexagon, six-sided figure, 1 2 3 4 5 6. For a hexagon we can find the sum of all these 6 angles by the formula 180 n minus 2. N for hexagon is the number of sides, which is 6. So 180 times 4 is 720, and we know 720 should be equals to one angle of 90, one angle of T, which is 148, two angles of X, one angle of P, which is 148, and one angle of Q, which is 122. Now simply apply algebra, move all the constants to the other side. 720 minus 90 minus 148 minus 148 minus 122 equals 180, and 180 divided by 2 is 90, which is not the answer, so I probably got something wrong. Let me see. In fact, let me re-enter the equation in the calculator. 720 minus 90 minus 148 minus 148 minus 122, and then divide it with 2 when we're taking coefficient of 2 to the other side, we get 106. So 106 is the answer. So just a second, 2x becomes 212, 212, and when we divide it with 2 we get 106, which is the value for x. Question number 14, part 1. Show this. We have to show this equation somehow. So we're given a trapezium and we know some properties of trapezium. One of these properties is that since this is a parallel line and this is the line cutting a the two parallel lines, then sum of these two angles will be equals to 180. Similarly, sum of these two angles will be equals to 180. Also, sum of all four angles would be equals to 360 degree. So one of these three formulas would work here to get this. So which one of those would it be? 390 is pretty close to 360 as compared to 180. Also, when we add all these angles, so we get 7x and 4y by adding 3y and y, we get 4y, so we can tell by looking at the figure that the first equation will be obtained by adding all the given angles and equating them to 360 degree equals to 360 degree. So when you'll solve this, you'll get this equation. Okay, solve and simplify. Part 2 is show that 2x plus 3y equals 195. So which one should we use? Add these two and get this equation, or would we be adding these two and get these equations using interior angles? So let's observe this equation. We should get 2x. So we'll get 2x by adding these two equations. So simply add 2x plus 5 plus 3y minus 20. Sum of interior angles equals to 180. So this will become 2x plus 3y is equals to 195. We'll get this equation right here. Part 3 says solve these equations simultaneously. So for we'll write 7x plus 4y equals 390 here, and 2x plus 3y equals 195. Okay, so our aim is to either make 7x and 2x into the same number with the different signs, so that once added x will get eliminated, or somehow change 4y and 3y into the same number with opposite signs, so that once these two equations are added, y gets eliminated. So I would like to change both the x into the same number. So I'll be multiplying the first equation with 2 and the second equation with minus 7. So let's see what I'll get. So the first equation becomes, by multiplying it by 2, we get 14x plus 8y equals 390 times 2 is 780. And the second equation, when multiplied by minus 7, we get minus 14x minus 21y equals 195 times 7 is minus 1365. Now add these, and 14 minus 14x and minus 14x gets eliminated, and then 8 minus 21y is minus 13y, and 780 minus 1365 equals minus 585. Divide this with 13 and we get minus 40 plus 45. So y is 45. Now put the value of y in any of these equations. So I'll be putting it in the first one. 7x plus 4 times 45 equals 390. Now y would be found by writing in your calculator 390 minus 4 times 45 divided by 7, which gives 30, and this would give the value of x. So we have found values of y and value of x. Part 4. So find the values of the find the sizes of the 4 angles of a trapezium. So the first angle is, say, let's say 3y minus 20. This angle right here, so y was 45, so this becomes 3 times 45 minus 20. Next angle is 4x minus 5, which will be 4 times 30 minus 5. Then the next angle is x plus y minus 10, which will be equals to 30 plus 45 minus plus 45 minus 10, and then the last angle is 2x plus 5, which will be equals to 2 times 30 plus 5. So you will get these 4 answers by simplifying these expressions. That's it with worksheet number 13.